Hello everybody, it's a Vertical Sandwich. As you've noticed, I've probably taken a break from one of my Let's Plays. And this is what I've been doing in the meantime. What happened was, we abandoned the Catherine LP a while back. And then my PS3 died. And then somehow I lost my disc for the game. I still have the case. Well, about a week ago, the game went on sale on the PlayStation Network for $5. So here it is. I still have my save files, and this is where we left off. This is Obelisk, the third level of Babel. Well, let's talk about exactly what my progress looks like. First off, not great. But this is my run that has gotten the furthest ever in my history of playing this game. Which I figured meant it was probably time to post a video, let you know what was going on, and show you where I'm at. Because I'm clearly as good as I was when I stopped now. If I could beat my own personal climbing record on this level, then that means, you know, I'm in the shape I was in when the LP went away. Probably a little better. I actually beat my own personal climbing record by 9 levels on this run. I died to a stupid mistake. I could have kept climbing if I hadn't made a dumb mistake. And, yeah. And I really had some gigantic problems thrown my way in this climb. I think this showcases a decent amount what I'm actually capable of with this game. So, this is what we have left in the Catherine Let's Play. We have Obelisk, which I'm sure we will complete. I am 100% sure eventually we will have a completion video for the Obelisk level of Babel. Or Babel. Now that being said, then we have Axis Mundi, and I cannot guarantee you we will have a completion for Axis Mundi. We will have one of two things: a serious discussion about why we're not going to get a completion of Axis Mundi, or a completion of Axis Mundi. The rumor is that the English version of Axis Mundi is not completable, and I tend to not believe that. I don't think it's not completable. I think it is completable. But I think the grind to complete it might be awful. Absolutely awful. Right now, my personal best at Axis Mundi is 26 levels high. And maybe we can talk about, maybe we'll be able to talk about why that really is not a good indicator of how far I've gotten at Axis Mundi. I actually probably haven't even gotten that far. Really, my personal best is probably more like 20 levels. Now that being said, my opinion is that with the right start draw, I think, I don't know. Since I haven't seen what the advanced levels look like for Axis Mundi, I mean, it might become incompletable at level 70. It might become impossible to complete at level, you know, 126 or something. By the way, pushing that middle block out was the right move here, and I didn't make that move. My real point is I need some more grinding time with Axis Mundi. Really, what I've been doing with it is using it as a break from grinding on this, and just trying to do better than I have been. And it actually is a nice little break from this, because Axis Mundi has the slowest pace ever of a Catherine level. There's so much work to get up one level. Like, I've been playing this for less than 5 minutes, and I'm 60 levels in. If I'd been playing Axis Mundi for 6 minutes, I would not be 30 levels in. And there's something kind of refreshing about that. There's also a possibility that my skill set is just never going to be what it is, what it needs to be for Axis Mundi. It's definitely the most advanced level of the game. It's clearly meant to be the most advanced level of the game. They did a really great job making it the most advanced level of the game. But again, we'll at least discuss it. We'll at least talk about Access Mundi and how much I hate it or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to say about it. I would love to get a completion video for Access Mundi. I don't know that there is one in single player for the American version. But what I do know is that the completion of Access Mundi unlocks a final cutscene. 9th ending of the game or so. I think it's 9. Isn't it 9? Aren't there 2 neutral endings, 3 evil endings, 3 good endings? I think so. And then there's the, completionist ending, which you can see. I mean, if I don't get to it, it is easily available online in English, because I believe it is the same ending in the pairs part of the pairs level of the game, and that's not bugged. So there have been multiple completions off of that game mode. One of the things you'll notice about my strategy here, I go for this kind of default Hail Mary strategy, where what I do is push off every block except what's on the two-dimensional level with me, to try to make, and then I collapse the whole tower, hoping that what falls gives me a fall that I can deal with. And in this case, it works. And that's going to be our reset strategy for Access Mundi, to try to get a setup that'll let us climb up. And it's very frustrating. Not because it's a bad strategy. In limited amounts, it's a great strategy. The issue with Access Mundi is Access Mundi builds 2 towers across the y-axis of the game. And so it's very hard to clear out everything to a straight 2-dimensional access to drop what you need. And then again, since I've never gotten really far into the level, we're really going to have to see. Because from what I've heard, the start of Access Mundi is clearly bugged. It's clearly different in single player, or in second or 2-player, than it is in 1-player. And that seems to be unintentional. But if the start is bugged, and what it does is jump you up to the level 7 stuff right away at the start, but that doesn't advance, like you're not hitting level 14 at level 7, and you're not hitting level, 20, an imaginary level 28 at level 21, then Access Mundi will just be more difficult, not uncompletable. If, however, what happens is there's just no way to keep up because of the acceleration of the level, or the level starts giving patterns that literally don't make sense in the algorithm of how the game builds towers or something, well, then there's not a lot we can do. Some things are, in fact, impossible. That is true. I suppose I should say something inspirational, like nothing that's possible is impossible for you. But I don't know that. I don't even know you. Just sorry. I was telling my niece that, actually. My niece is 8, and she's really into biographies right now, these little kid biographies, and she was reading one about Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott King, and then she was reading one about Amelia Earhart. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to tell you a secret that nobody's ever going to tell you. And she's like, what's that? And I'm like, these people did very exciting and special things, but they weren't very special people. That clearly they if you define them by that, but they were real people just like you and me. They felt the same kind of insecurities. They felt the same kind of... And I believe that. You almost, if you want to admire those people, you have to believe it. There's nothing special about a person who has no fear and no anxiety doing something brave. That's not... That's like a superhero comic book plotline. What's exciting is the idea that terrified people can overcome that and do the thing that they have to do despite how they feel about it.
just hit 110. New record.
I don't know if it's the time to get preachy right now. I'm about to die.
New record. New record.
Poor Vincent. All he wants is love.
New record.
Well, I mean, not really. We did all the love stuff in this game. Although I do feel that this game is going to perpetually be undone. I don't ever see us going through and seeing the third and fourth ending for the Rapunzel game. And I as much as I would like to do a casual playthrough and unlock every sheep ending, you know, talk to every person who's going to be in the bar and get all the people congratulating you at the end of the game, I don't see that happening either. The timing is just too weird. It's just too hard to see what's going on in the background when you're in the bar. I should have pulled out that block on my right before I stepped up there. I should have. I mean, it worked out, but it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have worked out at all. It was a bad move. This was not a bad move, though. This was good thinking. I had just the perfect amount of stuff to get out of that bomb's way. So 125 is where we're at right now. 127 is my record. And this climb dies at 136. And it's I just make a dumb mistake. I just forget to step off a spike block. That is well, no, that's not even the dumb mistake I made. I can tell you what I was thinking because this just happened to me. I actually thought it was a spike block I had already deactivated. And it was not. I didn't know what I was talking about. So there's 130 steps. And I believe that spike block above me there, I believe the one all the way to my left now, that's the one. I deactivated these three, so I thought, oh, I've got them all done. And look at this thing I'm standing underneath. I could have climbed. I could have gotten to 140 easily. I mean, I don't know what was going on above that. But I could have climbed over here, pulled another block out and stuff. It would have been fine. I would have been fine. There we go. I believe that was the right move. And I'm a minute ahead. I'm a minute ahead of my best. They're going to push that one. The one I was standing on, I could have pushed the one next to it right. And then I had one space to pull out. It would have let me climb. But anyway, so that's my best so far. The next update will probably be completion of this tower. I'll see you for that. And bye, everybody.